Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started. WWE Hall of Famer Paul Heyman recently took to social media to send a three-word message about the OG bloodline after the latest edition of Monday Night Raw. The Wiseman came in clutch for Roman Reigns' team ahead of Survivor Series War Games 2024. After being attacked by Solo Sikoa on an edition of SmackDown, Paul Heyman went on a long hiatus from television. The Hall of Famer made his electrifying return just before Survivor Series War Games and came to Reigns' aid by revealing CM Punk as the fifth member of the OG bloodline for the men's War Games match. This proved to be fruitful for the original tribal chief as his team emerged victorious against Solo Sikoa's stable at the Premium Live event. Paul Heyman recently took to his Instagram story to upload a photo of himself and the OG bloodline as action figures, recreating their pose after winning the men's War Games match. The Wiseman also sent a three-word message highlighting how incredibly stacked Roman Reigns' team was for Survivor Series War Games. Ahead of Survivor Series War Games, Paul Heyman revealed that he owed a favor to CM Punk for agreeing to join the OG bloodline for the War Games match. At the time of writing this, no one knows what the favor is going to be. On an edition of his Not Sam Wrestling podcast, Raw personality Sam Roberts discussed what he believed CM Punk could ask from Paul Heyman. Roberts said the best in the world could ask for a title opportunity from the Wiseman if Roman Reigns ended up winning the undisputed WWE Championship again. You told me not to worry about War Games. Now War Games is over, so what's the favor? I personally still believe, as I believed after watching Survivor Series, the favor is going to end up being my tribal chief. The favor is that if and when you reclaim the WWE Championship, nay, your WWE Championship, then CM Punk will be able to call in an opportunity at the championship whenever he desires. It will be interesting to see what favor Paul Heyman owes to CM Punk after Survivor Series War Games. The crowd at the Monday Night Raw arena was still buzzing after a thrilling main event featuring Solo Sikoa and Jimmy Uso battling Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens. The WWE Universe hadn't witnessed such intensity in months, and though the match ended in disqualification, the chaos was far from over. As the camera faded to black, whispers began circulating that Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns had left a cryptic message backstage, igniting speculation about the state of the bloodline and its original members. A shocking return to Raw. Raw opened with a segment that immediately sent shockwaves through the WWE Universe. Roman Reigns, who had been absent from Raw for months, made a surprise appearance alongside Paul Heyman. Draped in his signature lei and holding the Universal Championship, Reigns exuded his usual confidence as the arena erupted in boos and cheers. Standing at the center of the ring, Reigns allowed Paul Heyman to take the microphone. "Ladies and gentlemen," Heyman began, his voice dripping with mock reverence. "You are in the presence of your tribal chief. But tonight is not just about acknowledgement. Tonight is about history. Tonight is about family." Reigns, smirking, gestured for Heyman to continue. "You see," Heyman said, his tone turning ominous, "the so-called bloodline, as you know it, is fractured. Jimmy Uso, a traitor. Jey Uso, a runaway. Solo Sikoa, the last enforcer standing. But there's one thing you need to understand. The original bloodline, they built this empire, and they're watching." The crowd erupted, confusion and excitement swirling. Who was Heyman referring to? The answer came moments later when a backstage segment revealed a cryptic message left by Roman and Heyman. "Respect the OGs." The meaning behind the message. Social media exploded as fans speculated about the meaning of the three words. Was this a warning to the current bloodline members? A declaration that Roman was ready to replace them with other family members? Or perhaps a nod to the origin of the Samoan dynasty that dominated WWE for decades? WWE commentator Corey Graves provided his own theory during the broadcast. This could mean we're about to see some legendary Samoan family members make their presence known. Imagine if Rikishi or even The Rock were involved. Meanwhile, Solo Sikoa and Jimmy Uso appeared visibly rattled backstage after the message aired. Solo, ever the stoic enforcer, clenched his fists but said nothing. Jimmy, on the other hand, seemed unnerved. OGs? What does he mean? We are the OGs, he shouted, pacing around. Roman's plans unfold. By the end of the night, it became clear that Roman Reigns wasn't just teasing the WWE Universe. He had a calculated plan. In the closing segment of Raw, Reigns and Heyman were shown in a pre-recorded video. Sitting in a dimly lit room adorned with Samoan artifacts, Reigns spoke directly to the camera. The bloodline started with loyalty, strength, and respect, he said. We didn't need to tear each other apart to prove who was the best. We stood together as family. But now, it's chaos, betrayal, weakness. Heyman chimed in, his voice carrying a sinister edge. And that's why we're bringing the originals back. Not for nostalgia, but for dominance. Reigns leaned forward, his piercing gaze locking on the camera. Respect the OGs, or fall to them. The WWE Universe reacts. The announcement sent the WWE Universe into a frenzy. Fans immediately began theorizing which members of the Anoa'i family could return to reinforce Roman's message. Some believed it could mean the return of Jacob Fatu, an independent wrestling sensation who had long been speculated to join WWE. Others pointed to legends like Rikishi or even Tamina, who had been noticeably absent from television in recent months. The idea of The Rock stepping in was also floated, though many believed his Hollywood commitments would make such a return unlikely. Still, the notion of Reigns aligning with even a fraction of his legendary family sent chills through fans and competitors alike. Fallout in the current bloodline. The ramifications of Roman's message weren't just felt by the WWE Universe. They reverberated through the bloodline itself. On SmackDown, Solo Sikoa and Jimmy USO confronted Paul Heyman, demanding answers. You think you can replace us? Jimmy spat, his anger barely contained. We're the bloodline. Without us, Roman's nothing. Heyman, ever the manipulative maestro, remained calm. Gentlemen, this is not about replacing anyone. This is about reminding the world who built the foundation of this dynasty. And if you have a problem with that, perhaps you should take it up with your tribal chief. Solo, breaking his silence, growled, We don't need the OGs. We're enough. Heyman simply smiled and walked away, leaving the tension simmering, teasing a major reunion. As WWE geared up for its next premium live event, rumors began to swirl about a possible in-ring segment involving Roman, Heyman, and the OGs, mentioned in their cryptic message. WWE's official social media accounts fanned the flames, posting throwback photos of legendary Samoan wrestlers and teasing an ancestral gathering on SmackDown. The buzz reached its peak when Rikishi posted a cryptic tweet. Family always finds a way back. Hashtag OG Bloodline. Adding fuel to the fire, Jacob Fatu posted an Instagram story of himself training with the caption, Ready for war. A battle for the bloodline. The WWE Universe was divided. Would the OG bloodline return to support Roman Reigns, or would they challenge his dominance? The answer came during SmackDown's main event segment, where Reigns, Heyman, and Solo stood in the ring waiting. The lights dimmed, and an iconic Samoan war drum echoed through the arena. The crowd erupted as Rikishi, Tamina, and Jacob Fatu walked out, their presence electrifying. Reigns smirked, holding up his championship. This is what family looks like, he declared. But as Rikishi took the mic, his words sent shockwaves. Roman, family isn't about fear and control. It's about trust. And right now, you've lost that. The tension exploded as Jimmy USO stormed the ring, demanding answers from Rikishi and Jacob. Before long, chaos ensued, with factions forming and the battle for the future of the bloodline truly beginning. The future of the bloodline. With Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman doubling down on their mission to respect the OGs, the WWE Universe finds itself at a crossroads. Will the original members of the Samoan dynasty align with Reigns to reinforce his reign of terror, or will they challenge his authority and seek to restore balance? One thing is certain, the saga of the bloodline is far from over, and the WWE Universe is ready for every twist and turn.